So while I've been stuck at home recovering from shoulder surgery, I decided, you know what, I'll sell a few items on eBay. Just a few things that I don't really have a need for, and I'll make some side cash. Well, it turns out I actually fell victim to somebody trying to scam me. So the item I was trying to sell was a textbook. Specifically, it's called Gregory's Textbook of Farriery. So back, 7-8 years ago when I was trying to become a farrier, I went to farrier school. And I bought that textbook, expensive textbook. I paid about $140 for it. So I decided to post it on eBay. And I listed it for $140 with free shipping. And somebody posted it or presented an offer of $120. I countered back at $130, and we settled on that. Fine. So I ship the textbook out to this person. Real quick before I show you the messages, I just want to show you the pictures I took of the textbook prior to listing it. And as you can see from these pictures, I mean, I take really good care of my stuff. This textbook was almost in perfect condition, just about perfect condition. Took pictures from all sides of the textbook, really nice condition. Okay, so I send out the textbook via media mail, and for those of you that don't know, when you ship something that is like a book or has text or is educational, you can ship it through USPS via media mail, and it's, I think, a governed flat rate no matter where you ship in the United States, which I shipped this book out across the country, and I shipped it in a brown paper envelope because when I was in college and I ordered textbooks, that's how a lot of the textbooks came to me. They just came in a brown paper envelope, never had a problem, right? So I ship it out, and it takes, 8-9 days, and this buyer gets this package, and she sends me a message. She said, I received the book today. It was so badly packaged that it had rips all over. The book is damp and likely to mold because it got wet. This was an expensive book and a gift. It should have been well packaged in, at the very least, waterproof materials. I'm not happy with this purchase. How would you like to proceed? I am attaching photos of how it arrived. Open with the book wet. So she sends me 3 pictures. I'm not sure if I'm going to show you 3 of the pictures, but I'll definitely show you 2 of the pictures. The third one has my address on there. So in the pictures that she sent me, we can see the brown paper package, and look very closely for any signs of water damage, because I see no signs of water damage. Like, you see one part of the package that has a very, very small little tear in it, which that looks completely normal because, sometimes when you ship things, boxes get thrown around. Like, that's normal. And it's a book. It's not like it's a fragile object. It's not like it's glass or anything. It's a textbook. It can take a little bit of a beating. It can go through some shipping. So that's why I felt it was completely acceptable to ship this in a brown paper shipping package. So now let's look at the second picture that she sent me. And I see no signs of water damage. What you can see is a little bit of, like, I call it shipping grease, but you can see like those brownish black marks, which is completely normal when you ship something because, it goes across all different surfaces. That is completely normal. Now, what's interesting, if you look closely at this picture, you will see that the tear strip, on the inside of the tear strip, it's pretty clean, except for like the first 1/8 inch of that tear strip. But like when you go down 3 or 4 inches, that tear strip is perfectly clean. So to me, I'm not seeing any signs of water damage. The package looks overall in normal condition for being shipped across the country. And she complained that the package was opened. To me, it looks like it may have been slightly torn open, maybe like 1 inch during the shipping process, but the other 3 or 4 inches, it looked like she had opened it up more to make it look more dramatic. Now, I'm just hypothesizing that, I can't prove that, but at the end of the day, if you look on the inside of that fold, the package is clean and the book is still in there. Okay, so let's move on to what I replied to her. So I sent her back a message. Like, I'm willing to work with her. Like, if it was my fault from shipping, if it really got damaged, I was going to make things right. So I send back a message. Please send me pictures of the book. Simple. I want to see pictures of the damage that you're claiming happened to the book. I want to see if it's damp because the package looks completely dry. So she replies to me, "The book is wet, not ripped. Do you want to fix this?" Which at this point I'm like, why won't you send me pictures of the book? I want to see pictures of the book. To me, the whole time, it seemed like she was trying to get me to give her some kind of disaccount, which I wasn't falling for. So I respond back, and now I'm a little heated at this point. But, I'm still open to the possibility that it may have been my fault. So I replied back, "I looked very carefully at the pictures you sent me. The package looks to be bone dry. There are some scuff marks on the package, but that is completely normal from shipping. In fact, where the package tear strip is slightly torn open, I see no marks from shipping," which we just talked about that a moment ago. "That indicates to me that you may have opened the package slightly to make a false claim. I asked you for pictures of the book because I believe there is no damage to the actual book itself. You did not send pictures like I requested. If you do not want it, I want it returned." Simple. Now I'm starting to call her out a little bit, and I think she knows that, I'm on to her. So she sends me back this. "The package was damp, and the book is damp. The package is ripped and packaged disgustingly. You are a horrible seller. I'm happy to leave the review as such. Shame on you for taking advantage of somebody on an expensive book and then sending it damaged. Absolutely unacceptable." So she's turned into a pretty evil person at this point. So I reply back with a final message: "Send me pictures of the book or return the book." That's simple. And that's the last I heard from her. So what happened from this point, I received my money for the book, which I was concerned about not receiving the money, but I did get that money released to me. It got deposited into my account. But then I looked at my reviews of my profile, which, I don't want bad reviews on my profile or my user account. So she left a nasty review on my user account, and let's read what that says right now. "Absolutely horrible. Book was packaged disgustingly in non-waterproof, cheap as possible paper package," which I felt like there was no problem shipping it in a paper package. It's a textbook. It's not like a fragile glass thing. But, everybody's going to have their own opinion there. "For a $140 book, seller was horrendous and tried to say it wasn't their fault even though I sent photos. She never sent me photos of the book, just the package. I asked several times for pictures of the book. Never buy from this dishonest crook. They are cheap as possible on packaging and selling damaged items. Absolute shame on them." So from here, I did two things. I sent a revision request, which basically means I believe that I sent a message to this woman asking that she change her feedback. Which, there's probably no chance whatsoever that she's going to change her feedback. And I believe there's a period of time that you have to wait before eBay will do anything. But also at the same time, I decided to report the buyer because I feel that she's being an abusive buyer. So if I go under eBay's abusive buyer policy, there's two things that I feel like this woman, or person rather, this buyer falls under. So under the abusive buyer policies, it says behaviors we don't allow. One is don't make false claims, which she clearly made a false claim, in my opinion, based on off the evidence at hand that the package was wet, the book was wet, which in all the evidence we see no signs of water damage, and we didn't see any damage to the book because I can almost guarantee you that there's no damage to the book. For what other reason would she not show pictures of the book? And then also, do not misuse eBay messaging or bidding. Not allowed. Sending messages to force or intimidate the other member into something outside of the original agreement. And clearly, she was using the Messenger app to intimidate me into giving her some type of discount when there was no reason to give her a discount. I think after she realized that the picture she sent to the package didn't clearly show any signs of water damage, I feel like she probably, the buyer realized at that point that she had screwed up right? She kind of ruined her case. So I reported her to eBay, and it's been a week and a half now, and I'm not a big eBay seller. You know, I'm just a small guy. I bought probably 30 or, well, I have 30 transactions, maybe 40 transactions over my 10-year eBay account, and eBay hasn't done anything to this point, and I'd expect them to, because I'm paying them like, what, a 13% commission. I expect them to investigate this issue and resolve the issue accordingly. But, you know, just as a seller, I feel like I'm being mistreated because I'm getting false reviews. It's just one of those things. But yeah, it is what it is, you know, just as a small guy trying to sell a few items around the house that he no longer needs. I didn't expect to be intimidated and have false claims like this made against me just by selling 5 or 6 small items, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, it makes for interesting video content. Checking to see if that was eBay, and it's not. But yeah, it makes for interesting video content. Share with me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think this buyer was making false claims based on the evidence? Do you think I did an inadequate job packaging the textbook? Let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.